Somewhere near the top of the world, there's an island in a veil of clouds that every so often will lift and reveal the most dramatic winter landscape on the planet. Iceland is not for the faint of heart or the light of waterproofing, but for those willing to brave the unforgiving weather, it is nothing short of paradise.
All right, here we go.
How you doing up there,
Drew
Mikey?
Stuckland, Jeff Annetz, and Derek Foose came here as strangers, connected by little more than lives dedicated to skiing and an inability to sail a boat.
2, 1.
The hell?
The most amazing place I've ever been.
It was like every day, every place we went, it was the new coolest place I've ever been.
Iceland's a country best navigated by water and best explored by ski, which can be an adventure considering the brutality of the North Atlantic Ocean and the endless expanse of its mountains.
Now I have 2 ski buddies that I'm gonna ski with probably for the rest of my life because of this trip.
Just unbelievable how far away we are from anything.
The first unique feature I noticed about Iceland was the sunrises and sunsets. We got off the plane during sunrise, it lasted an hour and a half. You know, it wasn't gone in 5 seconds like I'm used to. It almost feels untamed where, you know, the land is what rules the people as opposed to the people ruling the land. It was wild.
Kind of get the Google Earth feeling and go step by step back and look at where you're at on the map and realize that you're pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
I was in the hot tub. So cold.
I don't know, which one of you guys have the keys?
The road trip at the beginning of our Icelandic adventure was probably one of the best introductions to a place I've had. It was also a great way to learn about each other and figure out if we were going to kill each other when we got on the boat.
You know, growing up in Vermont, which is landlocked, moving further inland to Wyoming, you know, I'm as far away from the boat as you can practically get. Skiing from a boat was unfamiliar to me. So we kind of just see an area that we want to go ski and we point to it. And they're like, let's go over that way. Throw on our skins and You know, in an hour we're skiing this thing that we saw from the boat. A bunch of us all locked up in a small boat. You know, it's basically a backcountry hut that we could move around to wherever we wanted.
The weather has definitely been in and out and extremely variable. We've had really 4 seasons here.
It's a crazy feeling, but it's so cool to be that far isolated. I've never been that far away from everything in the world. No cell phones, no internet, no nothing. Just skiing, the boat, and us. It's the greatest feeling going.
The terrain really has anything you can dream of. Big sort of Alaskan spines. It has chutes, couloirs, big ice falls. And all the terrain really just ends up directly at the ocean. So you need to have a lot of respect for it, because whatever you do up top, you'll probably end up in the drink. Coming on the boat in Iceland is definitely unfamiliar at the beginning, especially being a kid from Idaho.
Shared a room that wasn't quite big enough to put my bed that I sleep in at home in.
It's a little nerve-wracking, kind of getting into the small space and dealing with everybody else's crap all over your stuff all the time.
Well, and these guys are awesome, you know. We've gotten super tight.
You know, trying to get some elbow room here. My stuff ends up in Drew's pile. Drew's stuff ends up in Derek's pile.
All sorts of weird noises, wondering if you're gonna sink or not.
Was a long and dark December. From the rooftops I remember there was snow, white snow. Clearly I remember from the windows they were watching while we froze.
Wet gear, skins hanging everywhere, beer, crazy food.
Who would expect to be on a ski trip and learn how to sail?
Sort of had nature power our trip, and we were able to take the trip at a little bit slower of a pace so we could absorb all the scenery and things around us.
You know, we get so used to flying into places in helicopters, driving there in, you know, huge trucks, and then roosting around on snowmobiles. The footprint here is super limited. We sailed all the way up the fjords, and then we get out and we walk up a peak and we ski back down. It's such a refreshing feeling in comparison to the way we live so much of the rest of our lives.
When you're ski touring from a boat every morning, you don't have to pack as light as you otherwise might. It's a good thing, because Drew carried with him something that weighs more than most can possibly imagine: the ashes of his friend Billy Poole, a skier who understood that sometimes the further you go, the closer you get.